our European representatives, is currently in 4th place, 10 points, is rocking a Kled Rageblade, another flexible opener, is not pushing levels though, is comfortable with the potential of losing and trying to go on that loss streak, generate econ that way.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was talking about, is that I fully expect people to hold Kleds in the early game. He's a strong unit in the early game. But building that Rageblade is kind of a clear sign that he's not staying here, right? This is, I want to go Draven, I want to go Felios, and so I don't expect him to stay here. And so, if anything, I'm not really seeing much adaptation in this case. More like everyone has their plan that they're comfortable with. And again, Shuriken has 2 4th places, so it's not like it's not working for him.
Moving on over to Gluteus Maximus, the sole player at 100 HP right now. It's off the back of Brawlers. Brawlers are just so strong early game because of their flat health, and I think an Ionic Slam on the Nunu is going to supplement a bit of that damage and be a decently flexible item, in AP trees, but you can definitely get there with this start.
Yeah, for Brawler in Stage 2 is probably the strongest comp you can get. That Nunu getting the 1,000 extra health, because again, Nunu gets his bite if he has more health than the opponent, and it's hard to have more health than a 1,000 health Brawler.
Yeah.
So that Nunu will just delete people with true damage, and you'll win fights even with 0 items. So I love the 4 Brawler start. It's one of my personal favorites.
There. Lucas, does level to 6.
Yeah.
Just playing this as pivot, but is actually holding on to the Kled. You know what would be a very interesting move? If Lucas wins this round and doesn't sell the Kled, but instead chooses to sell the Thresh and Leona for econ, that's going to be pretty impactful.
Yeah, I think that'll be really telling of what's going on here. On the other side, we do get a glimpse on the Milk side where he has 5 Kleds plus a Nico, so definitely on his way. And at 73 health, a better position than he was in last game. Already has the Morellos. So I think Milk is definitely in his comfort zone here. Nothing telling me that like he's in trouble or anything like that. And sure enough, look at that. Keeps the Kleds, sells the Leona and the Thresh.
Oh man, so Italian, making it harder, but I mean, Milk is used to this. Hitting a Yasuo 2, like if you had Yasuo 2, that would definitely be a decent spot. Only 11 gold though. Most players decide to level up on 3, 5 to 7 if they're able to maintain at least 20.
Yeah, even though he won that round, I'm still considering this a big misplay because it's short-term gain, long-term loss here. He does not have the gold to really roll down for like a Yasuo 3 now. And so right now you're kind of looking, what is my win condition here? You could go like the RFC, but honestly, people have RFC has fallen out of favor in the Yasuo comps here.
Yep.
You've already got the Hodge, so Fist of Fairness not particularly valuable here. You've already got the Sunfire, so Sunfire Cape not particularly valuable here. This is kind of a big whiff, and so I'd expect Spark or RFC.
Yeah.
Goes with the RFC, but again, that's really fallen out of favor as of late.
Check out Gluteus Maximus's 100 HP streak, still running the 4 Brawlers.
Yeah, so we talked about this, and again, he hit the Nunu 2, he itemized the Nunu 2, and we talked about the strength of 4 Brawler. Now is the million-dollar question, though, of like, what do you pivot into? Because this is where I fully expect this to fall off.
Yeah,
you need a carry at this point.
Definitely. Milk did hit the Kled 3, leveled to 6. So we'll get a chance to see that a bit later. Escha, the rolls didn't really do much. Didn't find any Zyras, didn't find any Vel'Kozes. Is rocking now a Lucian on the bench. I mean, a Demon Slayer for the Lucian is going to be a nice option. Right now, Gluteus Maximus's board is still so strong. I mean, Escha's not the strongest in the lobby by far, so kind of a nice matchup for Gluteus to run into. He's going to be able to, ride out this economy generation from the win streak for much, much longer than perhaps he would like.
I want to call out here the itemization of the Radiant Frozen Heart on the Nunu 2. I think this is a brilliant choice here. It allows the Nunu to get his first cast off very, very quickly, which very quickly turns the fight from a 7 versus 7 to a 7 versus 6. And so I think it is a brilliant itemization choice to continue the streak. Radiant Blessing looking like 2 components plus a little bit of gold, so basically a pretty standard blessing, I think, for this game.
Yep. More Zyras finally coming into the mix for Escha. This roll down is going to be so key because Escha is not in a good spot. He could very, very easily go 8th from this spot. It is very scary. No Shojins either. A blue buff maybe if you want to prioritize mana generation, and then a Karma is in the shop, but can he even consider making that pivot from this point?
I do want to call out though that we saw Milk pick the Radiant Zerat again, so again showing the value of that. And okay, we switch from Karma to Teemo here, which I agree with. Teemo with blue buff gets that instant cast. Pretty good items here for the Teemo. The challenge for Escha though is that it is a 1-star Teemo, very fragile, and his front line is still kind of lacking a bit here. This is very risky. If this, Teemo gets a light breeze He's going to fall over. Doesn't have the Hellion in there. But you can see, again, that instant cast is able to start slowing the attack speed right away. The other thing you'll notice here is that this Teemo is very susceptible to this Dragon Claw.
Yeah, the early game slam from Ak actually is kind of having some value. Wasn't quite enough in this matchup, unfortunately, but levels at that point as well. Ionic Spark, or excuse me, Zephyr going to be built. Ziggs 3 is here.
Two more, one more.
Cannon.
Here we go.
Can he hit it? The roll down, 40 gold left. Poppies are popping up, and sure, he's going to take them for now, but not really the priority.
There it is.
Here it is. Does he instantly Nico it?
I think you have to. Although, he's greeting it for the Lulu, which is really smart here. Does level, though.
Yeah, he's going to Nico
so
it.
there it is.
Here we go. And let's see how well this Zephyr is going to be. I mean, Milk doesn't have that much time to position and read the other boards to Zephyr scout, so this Zephyr might not be that impactful.
The good news is it looks like he's lucked out on positioning here. I think the Kled's going to get right there to the back line, get right on the Aphelios here. It's going to come down to if Daisy can distract long enough, and oh, that is unfortunate for Milk right there.
Oh, let's see if it's still okay, though. Oh, no,
Nope.
it's not going to be the Aphelios. Gets the Deathblade stacks.
This
Diana's
is gonna
still
be an
alive
eighth.
as well. Milk going from second to first to eighth, showing the inconsistencies of a reroll composition. Even though he's the best at the world, you can't make top finishes happen every single game. A chance to look at Axe board, 2 loss streak, only a Draven 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No. 4 Forgotten, 4 Cavalier as well with the Cav emblem on the Nautilus.
Yeah, it's a strong board if this was a Draven 2, but unfortunately Draven 1, and we saw these items on another player's board doing very, very well, but Draven 1 only had... Yeah. If he can survive this round, there's a lot of hope, because you get all that extra gold, might get a chance here. Unfortunately, up against the stronger version here, so we'll have to see.
Does dodge the Zephyr at least, but the stronger version, it's really going to be in favor of Shurikane. The Shroud as well is going to be good. Can the Draven 1 pull it off? I don't think it's going to happen, but maybe.
It's close.
Maybe. It is close, depending on which Draven
really
can aggro.
close.
The healing on is going to be Shurikane's at the end of the day. Going to be taken out in 7th. It was so close, but really... a Draven 2 diff. HP. Could he even go out in 6th from his spot? That would be absolutely
Look at this lobby's health.
It's
Look at this lobby's health.
Close. 14 at the top with Lucas to 3 down with Gluteus. Mort, this is really intense.
Now, he finally got the Heimer here,
too.
but I think it's really important if he can get 4 Renewer in. I think he's got to get 4 Renewer in to get those very quick casts in succession.
Looking for it.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate he had to sell it earlier because swapping out Viego for this. I do like the Radiant Frozen Heart here, but we've seen a lot of the Dravens are positioning frontline to avoid this.
Yeah.
So I'd almost want to sell the Viego, put the Frozen Heart on the front line, and so try to get that Renewer in, but unfortunately just does not hit.
Down to positioning then, what can the Viego disrupt? It's going to be going up against
unfortunately against the Gwen.
And she's jumping into the back line. She's going to
Right
start
on
snipping right away.
Yep.
And he goes
Oh my
down.
god.
It goes down. The Gwen still alive. Assassin emblem. Let her get access, and it's just a matter of time until she cuts down the rest. This could be Gluteus Maximus's fall all the way from first. Such a dominant point. The Viego's trying to steal the Jax as well. Doesn't quite get it off. And there's a Viego actually as well, and it's going to be enough. Gluteus
6th
is
place.
going to go out in 6th. Zhishing Che going out in 5th
My
and Lucas in 4th as
God.
well. Definitely not the result we expected out of Gluteus there.
My god, that has got to be a disappointing finish. And look at this lobby. We could end the game right here. We went from 6 players to that could be it right now. Esha's still alive with this blue buff Vel'Koz. Has got to be feeling really good about this finish, honestly, because where he looked, 10 minutes ago was looking real scary. So got to be feeling great about that. Shurikane as well. Shurikane probably the favorite to win this lobby right now.
I'm saying it's a miracle for Esha to get anything more than, a 6th, and the miracle has happened more. Can he make it any higher than this? The Vel'Koz is protected for now. That first cast is going to be dealing damage to the Gwen and the rest of the board.
Oh, got it.
Gwen's still alive. Okay, goes down. The Vel'Koz gets tossed around, but is still alive, actually. Esha could be doing it. The Fiddle is there. The Titans is stacked up to 25. Cannot get another cast, though. Woozle. The Gwen went down, but it's still enough. Esha goes down, and Shurikane does, as Woozle turns it around, gets a first place. See the pop off the point to the camera.
Nice.
Happy about that one, taking game number 3.